Hello and welcome to a special holiday video here. Now, first of all, check this shit out. This is fucking phenomenal. This is my early Christmas gift to me from me. My new Connor McDavid jersey, which I hope if I somehow, some way go to Montreal to see the game of the Oilers versus the Habs, that Connor could sign this for me. It'd be so awesome. Now, here's the purpose of this video. If you notice a new Sears Wishbook, every year the Sears Wishbook is more and more and more and more and more shitty. It gets shittier every fucking year. It's horrible. It's horrible before. It was so awesome. Now the Sears Wishbook is shit. So what I've done, thanks to the power of Professor Zoom of Reverse Flash, I put on this shirt, got on my treadmill, and ran so fast that it actually fucking changed time. I'm not going to show you footage of me running on the treadmill because let's face it, nobody wants to see that sweat show. But, so I put this on, went back in the past, then time spun around and boom! 1985! I'm like fucking Marty McFly. So Marty McFly went from 85 to 2015. I went from 2015 to 1985. So we're going to take a look here at the 1985 Sears Christmas Wishbook. So sit down, stick around, and as always, enjoy. Here it is. The 1985 Sears Christmas Wishbook. Woohoo! Open this up. Yeah. So we're going to focus on the toys in this wish book, not on the very shitty style of clothing we have here. Like, what the fuck is that? Anyways, on my spare time, I'm a lawyer or a maid. So let's move over. So we all know that the toys were at the end of the book, but alright, look at this thing here. Look at this Winnie the Pooh. It's fucking huge. Like, this Pooh could basically consume your children whole. Massive. 150 bucks. Canadian, of course. 150 bucks for Winnie the Pooh. Look at that. It's crazy. Then a whole nursery with Winnie the Pooh in it, so you could like fucking like watch your children while he gets hungry. Look at that tongue. To fucking eat your kids. Oh, Winnie. Alright. Let's keep moving along here. There was something else I want to show you guys right here. This, which is pretty neat. This is clothing. But if you look here, like fucking G.I. Joe. Fucking Gretzky, man. The Oilers 99. I'm fucking, yeah, wear this shit. Mantech. Like, no. Nobody now remembers what Mantech is. Nobody then knew what Mantech was either. That's crazy. Fucking Masters Universe, Superman, Masters of the Universe again, He-Man. Look at that, all the NHL stuff. Oilers at the forefront. Oilers at the forefront again here. Why? Because the Oilers are awesome. And they were defending Stanley Cup champions at this time. So one thing I find kind of weird is this dude here, this little kid he's all excited. He's like, yeah, I'm wearing He-Man, I'm cool. And then here it looks more like teenagers, and you got this dude wearing He-Man. So, you know, okay, back in the day, fine. If this dude was wearing He-Man, that was okay because he was a kid and you expect it on He-Man PJs. If I was to wear He-Man PJs today, it'd be cool, it'd be retro because, you know, you see it in stores now. You see they sell Pac-Man PJs and Ninja Turtle PJs and all that shit. But back then, Masters of the Universe was actually new. This dude, this teenager wearing He-Man PJs is a huge fashion faux pas of the time. This would be the equivalent of me wearing a fucking Dot McStuffin PJs today. So, yeah, it's kind of weird. But all the power to him. Look at him. Fucking looks like a ladies' man. Ladies' man. Alright, let's move on here from this quasi-pornography here. Alright. Oh, dual cassette. Alright. Fucking record players and shit. Holy shit. Fucking nice TVs, all encased in wood. Oh, fuck at that, man. Your band dreams right there. Courtesy of Sears. This is awesome. Fucking Transformers fucking bedroom stuff, like your drapes and your pillows and all that. Cabbage Patch kids as well. Moving along, moving along, moving along. Oh, there's some toys here. So we start with the Cabbage Patch Kids. Holy shit, 1985 Cabbage Patch Kids were huge. Look at this, fucking 2-page spread. And part of it, look at that, number 99, Wayne Gretzky, right there. Amazing. Cabbage Patch Kids get the first part of the Christmas catalog. They got some more Cabbage Patch Kids stuff here, which is kind of crazy. And more here, like, it's just never ending. Barbie, of course, you know, who gives a shit? Let's keep moving here. I want to get to the good stuff that I collected as a kid and as an adult. Barbie and Ken. Ah, you look good in the 80s, my favorite couple. Rainbow Bright, always cute. Baby Smurf, aw, he's always awesome. Wrinkles! You remember Wrinkles? These guys here, man, those little friggin' dogs, those puppet dogs, the Wrinkles. Wrinkles were cool. They were pretty expensive though. Look at that, like 69 bucks, 29 bucks. Little shitty hand puppet here for $12.99. This was Canadian prices, but of course during these years here it was pretty much parity. So, Care Bears get a nice spread here, which I love. Always love the Care Bears. My favorite is Grumpy Bear. I still have I have all the Care Bears today, but I still have my actual original Grumpy Bear, which is neat. My Little Pony. Yes, yes. All you bronies out there, this is how it all began with My Little Pony. Very cool. This was during the era of the seahorse ponies that were starting. Pound Puppies, which not enough people remember. I still have my Pound Puppies. She-Ra, of course. Who can forget? Princess of Power. Awesome little spread here. Do-do-do-do-do. A shitty kitchen for kids to play with. Another shitty kitchen for kids to play with. A fucking Easy Bake Oven. I had an Easy Bake Oven as a kid. I'm not afraid to admit to it. It actually looks like that Easy Bake Oven here, so it's probably that one there. People are like, Easy Bake Oven are for girls. I'm like, fucking cakes are not for girls, idiots. Cakes are for Kevin's. And I actually still carry that philosophy today. Clearly. More stuff here, sewing carts and shit, whatever. Sleeping bags, back when sleeping bags were fucking cool. Like Princess of Power, fucking Transformers, Snorks, My Little Pony, Care Bears, Wuzzles, fucking Muppet Babies, and Masters of the Universe. Tote bags that go with it. Even the tents here on the side that are very cool. Transformers, Wuzzles, He-Man, My Little Pony. I would sleep in any of those, even today. Or part of my body. My torso would sleep in those today. Okay, more yada yada bullshit. Fucking horses and shit. Whatever. I was too old for this stuff. When I was a kid, so I won't talk about it. We'll keep going. Yeah, more baby stuff. Potato Head. That phone there, the fucking Mickey Mouse phone, I love that fucking thing. I had this as a kid. Absolutely loved it. Loved it. Wish I still have one. It's actually hard to find in working condition, even today. Alright. We're getting to the good stuff now. Constructs is the beginning of the cool part of the 85 catalog, because then we're starting to fall into Lego, which means that we're starting to fall into robotics. Who wants a future in their hand? Robotics. Robotics was fucking awesome. Very short cartoon series. Neat toys. Neat because you could, like, you know, you were like semi-electric, like electric Lego. You could move around and whatnot with the buttons, like make them move and shit. Very cool. I was a big fan of, I think it was Tyrannus and Argus, if I'm not mistaken. They were some of the ones that I had. More bullshit creative stuff. Like, whatever, man. There's one cool Play-Doh set in the 80s that I absolutely love. I don't even think it's even in here. I'll show it to you later. Here we have a Soundwave fucking activity kit. This is DOS. I don't know if you remember DOS. DOS was like fucking modeling clay that would harden. It was great. It smelled really weird. Had a weird smell. Even to this day, I can remember the smell. And it would harden, then you would paint this shit up. Well, there was GoBots, Cabbage Patch Kids, Town Puppies. I had Smurfs, and I still have the Smurf set to this day, which is sealed. I doubt the clay is still good, but you can actually still buy the clay. Viewmasters of Transformers. I still actually have my Transformer Viewmaster reel, sealed like that. They're selling hockey cards here, which is kind of weird because hockey cards actually back in 85, 86 would have been the year before. That would have been Mary Lemieux's rookie year. So you could probably get a Mary Lemieux rookie at Sears in a set for $21.99. Amazing. All right. Fucking telescopes and microscopes and fucking open your eyes to nerdism. Like, this is all nerd. Moving along. All right. So here we have some interesting board games here. Board, B-O-R-E-D. Because that's pretty much what would happen when you would play these. You would get virtually bored very quickly. But Masters of the Universe was definitely cool. Super Perfection was neat. Hunger Hungry Hippos, a classic. The only board games that weren't spelled B-O-R-E-D in Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man. I love these games. I wanted so bad as a kid. I never did. But now I have them both. Waka waka waka. Then you have the other ones like My Little Pony, Bedbugs, Glowworms. More games here. Wuzzles, G.I. Joe. I actually still have all these games. Those are kind of neat. Of course, this was the era when video games were starting to dominate the board games, as we'll see later on in this book. More games here. Cabbage Patch Kid, Game of Life. Twister, which is like more of an adult game nowadays than it is then. Checkers and chess. Jeez. And look at this. Atari. Atari was in back here. 888 each. The games Pack Attack, Frostbite, Skyjinx, Sequest. Still have my Sequest game. Still have it in the box. Very cool. A whole bunch of cool games here. Activision had the neatest games, naturally. In my opinion, anyway. So you get the games for $8.88 each. These ones, the Atari 2600 ones here, which are more like games that they ported from the arcade or stole from the arcade, $17.77 each. Super Breakout was $18.88. Wow, what a waste of money. ColecoVision, also big at the time. Like the ColecoVision wall, steering wheel here with Dukes of Hazzard game. That's pretty neat. I don't think I've ever even heard of that. Yeah, very cool. The ColecoVision was $104.99 back then. Awesome. It's weird. There's no, you got Atari games, but there's no Atari system even shown here. Oh well. Alright. Some remote control cars here. This was cool. This was cool. I'll tell you why. That fucking robot right there, the Omnibot. I wanted the Omnibot bad. But the fucker was $319 back then. My parents would have never bought me that. Ever. So I didn't have him. All I wanted to do was like here, I want him to fucking come and serve me breakfast and fucking popcorn and shit. And be like, I love you, Kevin. Here is your breakfast, ginger fuck. That's what I wanted. And he had a tape deck too, so you could record your voice and everything. Very awesome. Never did I get this one. Actually, never did I get any of even the other smaller shitty Omnibots. Like the ones, you know, this was the big one that people didn't get. These are the ones that parents are like, oh, well, I bought him an Omnibot. No, fucker, you bought him a fucking Spotbot, Hootbot, Dingbot, Chatbot. Chatbot? Chatbot, man. They fucking existed back then. Yeah. MIRC. Chatbots aplenty. $99 for the chatbot. That's fucking crazy. Alright. So Tommy's robots. Very cool. Ah, more trucks and bullshit. Whatever. Who gives a shit about trucks unless it's Bigfoot? No Bigfoot here, so I'm gonna pass on. This I will talk about, Knight Rider. The Knight Rider right here, the fucking Knight 2000 voice car that came with the Hoff. I wanted that car so bad as a kid. I fucking begged and begged and begged and begged and I never got him. Poor guy, he was $42.99 back then. Not close to that price today. I wish I had him, but I don't. I have some of these other ones, like a turbo booster that I have that stuff. But I never got that car there and I wanted him really bad. Join me in the pain the suffering of my childhood. Alright. Majorette. I don't even think this shit's still around today. We had an actually cool little Majorette kit when I was a kid, I remember. It was neat. It was a store display that we had gotten. Alright, moving on. Because my mom actually worked at Sears in a toy department. Full disclosure. I think she was either manager or assistant manager, so there's a few little inside stories I'll give you later on as we go here. Race cars, the Transformers train, the Transformers car set here, of course, awesome. Still awesome today. Now we're getting into the action figures, which was what I had the most of. Superpowers, never really my thing. I'm a Marvel guy, as you guys already know. Secret Wars, though, I had a few of these. I actually had Spider-Man and Captain America. I actually still have them today sealed. I bought them again in my adult years. Those are awesome. They're $12.99 each. This here is Tech Force. I have no idea what the fuck this thing is. Basically, this Tech Force looks like it's a GoBot ripoff. This thing here is a silver-colored thruster. A little bit of a remold to it. Silver-colored thruster, and some of these actually look like Voltron cars. So somebody clearly like fucking just knocked off a bunch of shit for that toy line. This is Star Wars. This will probably be the last year that Star Wars will be in the catalog, if I'm not mistaken. This was during the Return of the Jedi era. I mean, 2 years after. Some of the cool things in here are like the Ewok Village, the Millennium Falcon, AT-ST, X-Wing, Jabba with his bong, TIE Interceptor. So, some cool stuff in here. Star Wars. Like I said, probably the last year of Star Wars in this book. Then we go on to GoBots that actually get like two sides of a page here, which is pretty cool. So, the GoBots, we had like the small ones here at Sears that were sold like basically in 3-packs for a while. So there are 3-packs there, like Leader 1, Turbo, and what the fuck's his name? The helicopter, I can't even remember. Whatever. I'll call him fucking copter guy. Let's look here. Turbo Flip Tops. How can I forget that? Twin Spin Stallion and Cycle there. Some other shit like the GoBot watches, which we all had knockoffs of as kids, like these guys here, those weird like plain GoBots and all that. The gun, the RoCap gun, which everybody had. And the other knockoff gun here, Deluxe GoBot gun, which almost looks kind of like Browning in a way from Transformers. More GoBot stuff here. Again, power suits and all that stuff. Interesting here is this. Voltron! Voltron Begins! I spent so much time playing with this Voltron here. The plastic Voltron, the plastic lines. That's what I had. I started with the black line and then got the black line for my birthday. And I remember because at Consumers Distributing, they had him for sale. He was in their catalog. The catalog came out in about September. And each time I go to the mall, I go up to Consumers, fill out that little fucking form with that huge fucking crayon that was never sharpened, and I fill in the numbers to Voltron, to the black line, and I go up to the store clerk and I give her the little form. She'd go in the back, come back and say, no, we don't have any, sorry. That went on for 2 long months of waiting. Finally, one day, I call them up, again, little kid voice, hi, do you have the item number, blah, 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 blah? And she's like, yes, we do. I was like, oh, fuck, you do? Jesus! Lost my mind. begged my father to take me there to get it. Said, please, it's for my birthday. Take me there and buy it. So he did. I got him. He came with Keith. Still have him as well. And, well, not that one there. I bought him again. Actually, I have all of them again in the box. But so I went and got him. And then at Christmas time, my parents bought me the 4 other ones with the 4 other drivers. It was one of the fucking best Christmases ever. So here you can see the Voltron plastic lines here that I love so much. And there goes Hagar. Poor flap. This is the black line, the one that I told you about for consumers that I wrote on that piece of paper every fucking day almost in order to get. It's absolutely awesome. Look at that. Still brand new. They're even open. Look at Keith right there. Very, very cool. So, got this guy kind of for my birthday, I guess, and then after we got the other lines at Christmas. From Sears, from the Sears Wishbook, which was awesome. Loved it. Enjoyed it. Beautiful. Masters of the Universe. As you can see, you know why I love the 85 Sears Wishbook now, because all of the top toy lines of the 80s are in here. It's kind of like the crossing point where you get some of the older stuff, but some of the newer stuff, and it's all together. Masters of the Universe was still big back here. It would later subside in the coming years. I think it was like 87 or 88. But we had Castle Grayskull, Snake Mountain, and the Fright Zone. Still have those 3 buggers today in box. Actually, I have everything in this catalog. I have the power! He-Man! Like I said, the Fright Zone, Grayskull, Snake Mountain, and later on in 86, Eternia. He-Man! Phenomenal toy line. Already. And it is phenomenal toy line. He-Man, one of the best toy lines ever, next to Transformers, which we'll get to later on. Sectors! Look at that. Warriors of Symbion. Sectors are so interesting because the toys themselves were so cool, but nobody gave a shit about them. And the actual series, the cartoon series, I think was like 5 episodes, if I'm not mistaken. They also had a comic book, I guess. But this toy line was supposed to be huge. This is what my mom told me years ago, before she passed away. Rest her soul, Mom. She told me, I remember when the Sectors came in, there was a huge hype about it. Basically, Coleco was hyping the shit out of these toys. Sears bought a fucking shit ton of these toys in time for Christmas. And then bang, the fucking line flopped. And they were liquidating and clearancing these fucking toys in bins. So, they never really caught on back then. And they still haven't really caught on even today. Definitely one of the most underappreciated toy lines because they were cool. The beasts here were all cool because they were hand puppets. And, yeah. Oh, look at this. So, the crowning jewel of any G.I. Joe collection, as everyone knows, is the USS Flag aircraft carrier at 7.5 feet tall. If you don't know about this toy, you can go see one of my reviews. I actually reviewed the USS Flag in one of my old reviews. Phenomenal toy. Again, another toy I would never have gotten as a kid. $159.99 fucking price tag on this thing. There's no way the Christmas budget for us, I think, was like under $100 each. So if me and my brother would have combined ourselves to get this is all we would have gotten and nothing else. Other cool things here, because it's a Sears catalog, you get the MMS, which is an exclusive to Sears, the Crimson Tank, which was an exclusive to Sears. The Water Moccasin, one of my favorite G.I. Joe toys ever, right here. Some characters here, right there, a 2-pack. Tomax and Xamot, my favorite G.I. Joe figures. These are the Crimson Commanders Tomax and Xamot, my actual favorite G.I. Joe figures. As you can see, factory sealed here in a nice little package. These guys were phenomenal, extensive enterprises. I wanted to be part of that shit so bad. I want to work for these guys. These guys were fucking fantastic. And I'm going to come in here, show you guys. This is a phenomenal packaging because you had the mirrors on the side here, which would reflect them. Tomax and Zaymot, the twins. The back here, the reflection of one is the other, but with the scar. Absolutely beautiful. And they were $8.99 back then. What a deal. And here's a closeout for the toys. And of course, we close out on the best of the best Transformers. The toy line that I collect the most of. A toy line that I still have tons of. I pretty much have everything that's here from the robots, the Transformers. I have everything. This was always the driving toy. My passion was always with Transformers the most in my childhood. 85, we started seeing, we still had the cool 84s, and we were getting some of the new 85s in there, which were like triple changers, Devastator from Constructicons, Jetfire, Mega Supreme. These are all coming in. Red Alert, which is my favorite Autobot, my first Autobot car right there. And I got him at Sears, and he was $11.99. And I had to cry like a little fucker to get that. The Insecticons right here. Actually, they sold the Insecticons together, apparently. Set of 3 Insecticons. Look at that. $21.99. So it's about, what, $7 each for Insecticons. Right there. Jump Starters were $13.99 for the pair. Mini-bots here. There's 8 of them shown, but it says here that set of 3 mini-bots. So basically it includes 3 different styles. So you could pick any 3 mini-bots for $11.99. Interesting. Very interesting. As you can see, Transformers, like I've pretty much got all of it. Huge fan! 85 Wishbook, man. Devastator came into the picture. Friggin' Jetfire came into the picture. Some of the jets. Awesome. Still had Optimus Prime though in there, which was beautiful. As you can see, man, Transformers is the bulk of my collection. Huge fan. Then of course you have the sound changer, the Transformer building gun and all that. Yubbity yub. So, very cool. And then you have converters, which is fucking huge ripoff of Transformers right here, the converters. Set of 3 converters. $14.99 for 3 converters. Or $21.99 for 3 Insecticons. See, now you kind of get the idea of why converters might have actually sold. Or you get 3 mini-bots for the same price as 3 converters. Today, it'd be a no-brainer on which one to buy, but back then it might have been a little more difficult. Although this toy line came out in '86, it was fucking fantastic. Mask, Mobile Armored Strike Command. These 2 were my personal favorites as a kid, along with the Thunderhawk. Condor and Piranha. Slyrax, man. Slyrax, the fucking Jack Nicholson of cartoon. Look at that washer and dryer. Still relatively the same price as they are today, which is kind of weird. See if we're missing anything else. Oh, look at that. They're so in love. So yeah. So that pretty much sums it up for my quick look of the toy section for the 1985 Sears Wishbook. Look at that, more Gretzky stuff. Right there, yeah. Sears was smart back then. So smart. Today, their Wishbook is like fucking garbage. It's like 3 pages of toys and that's it. Which is why I miss the 80s so much.